Have you ever watched a child have a complete meltdown and thought, where did that come from? But here's what many parents don't realize. Most emotional outbursts don't begin with anger. They begin with emotions the child doesn't know how to understand. Because children aren't born knowing the difference between disappointment, embarrassment, loneliness, frustration, or fear. To them, it all feels overwhelming. And when emotions feel overwhelming, behavior often becomes overwhelming too. Today, I'll share 3 ways to help your child understand their emotions before those emotions begin to control them. And the final lesson is one that many adults wish someone had taught them growing up. 1. Teach them to name what they're feeling. Imagine trying to solve a problem you can't even describe. That's what emotions are like for many children. Everything simply feels bad. But emotions have names. And names bring clarity. Instead of saying, "Stop crying," try asking, "Can you tell me what you're feeling?" Maybe they're disappointed. Maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe they're anxious. Maybe they feel left out. The more emotional words children learn, the better they understand what's happening inside them. And something remarkable happens. When children can name an emotion, it becomes easier to manage. Because what we can understand becomes much easier to manage. But recognizing emotions is only the first step. There's another lesson that's just as important. And it's one that changes the way children see every feeling they experience. 2. Teach them that every emotion has a message. Many children grow up believing some emotions are good and others are bad. They think feeling angry is wrong. Feeling scared means they're weak. Feeling sad means something is wrong with them. But emotions aren't enemies. They're messengers. Fear can remind us to be careful. Sadness can show us what truly matters. Frustration can reveal that something needs attention. Even anger can signal that a boundary has been crossed. The goal isn't to stop children from feeling emotions. It's to help them understand what those emotions are trying to teach them. When children stop fearing their feelings, they stop feeling controlled by them. Now there's one final lesson. And this is where emotional maturity truly begins. 3. Teach them that feelings don't have to make their decisions. This might be the most important lesson of all. Feelings are real, but they aren't always reliable guides for what we should do next. A child might feel angry. That doesn't mean they should hit someone. They might feel jealous. That doesn't mean they should be unkind. They might feel nervous. That doesn't mean they should avoid every challenge. Teach them this simple sentence: I can feel this, without letting it control my actions. That's emotional strength. Not pretending emotions don't exist. Not hiding them, but learning to respond instead of simply reacting. Children who learn this carry that skill into friendships, work, marriage, and every important relationship they'll ever have. Your child's emotions aren't problems to be fixed. They're part of being human. When children understand what they're feeling, they communicate better. They solve problems more peacefully. They build healthier relationships. And they understand themselves more deeply. That's a gift that reaches far beyond childhood. Because one of the strongest people in the room isn't always the loudest. Often, it's the person who understands what's happening inside themselves. And that's one of the greatest gifts you'll ever give your child. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one emotional lesson you wish someone had taught you as a child? Let's keep building from the inside out. Click the video on your screen to learn how to raise a child who knows their worth without seeking validation. Because children who understand their emotions are better prepared to believe in their value, even when the world around them sends mixed messages. I'll see you there.